sun sets on this Friday night in Indianapolis. Two teams undefeated in conference play are set to go to work. The Seton Hall Pirates 9-3 this season, 1-0 in conference play, a victory over St. John's at Butler. Their best start since the 1981-82 season, 12-1 this year, 2-0 in conference play. Good evening and welcome inside Hinkle Fieldhouse alongside my broadcast partner, Nick Gardner. I'm Mark Minner. So glad to have you join us right here on the Big East Digital Network. Partner, this is a really intriguing matchup between these two teams because it comes down to different styles of how they want to play.
Yeah, really, Seton Hall is a team that wants to push the pace. They want to get as many possessions as possible in this basketball game, whereas the Butler Bulldogs want to be a little bit more deliberate, want to play through the post and play a slower pace to get great, not good shots at the rim.
And when you look at the numbers, it supports that. Seton Hall trying to get as many possessions as they can.
Yeah, you can see just the scoring alone, right? Seton Hall over 80 points a game. The Butler Bulldogs defensively just giving up over 51 points a game. So those are really contrasting in those areas, but you look at the other numbers, very similar. Both teams want to try and turn you over. Both teams want to get steals and want to have their defense dictate things, but after they get those steals is where things separate. Butler wants to slow it down. Seton Hall really wants to push the pace.
For Tony Bazzella and the Seton Hall Pirates, what are their keys tonight?
Yeah, I think number one, setting the tempo is massive. We said it. They want to get over 90 possessions. They want to let those girls play freely, and if they're open, shoot it. They set the tempo, and again, after those stops and steals, they really want to get Butler sped up. They've got to outrun them. They've got to try and speed up the Butler Bulldogs. They can do that with being aggressive on both ends of the floor, but yet they've got to avoid those fouls. The whistles will slow this game down. They want to keep the game moving and avoid those foul issues, avoid any type of stoppages.
If Butler's going to improve to 3-0 in the Big East, what's it going to take?
Well, I think getting out to an early lead is key with the deliberate pace and the way that the Bulldogs operate offensively. If they can get out in front and have the Pirates playing catch-up, that plays to their advantage. Secondly, he's hitting the breaks. Look, you saw the steals numbers. Both teams run around 12 steals a game. Butler's going to want to be more deliberate after they are able to poach the basketball. So they want to hit the brakes a little bit if they're able to get extra possessions. And then lastly, maintain that control. Be deliberate. Pass up good shots for great shots. And offensively, with passing and movement, you can dictate tempo as well, and the Dogs will want to do that tonight.
Cannot wait to get this one started. Butler and Seton Hall tonight right here on the Big East Digital Network.
One voice, one heart, one beat. As we say, we are one. You ready? Let's go.
This is who we are.
We are the hardest working group of people I've ever met in my entire life.
This is bigger than just the game.
You made the jersey better than when you found it. That means you left your mark.
That's the Big East way.
Butler and Seton Hall underway. The Bulldogs are going to start with it in the white uniform. Seton Hall in the road blues. So glad to have you join us here on the Big East Digital Network this evening alongside Nick Gardner, Mark Minner with you. Bulldogs 12-1 this season, off to their best start since 1981, 1982. And early, Nick, they go inside to Schickel.
Yeah, they go to Torrey Schickel. It's an advantage against a lot of teams in the Big East for the Butler Bulldogs with Torrey on the post, but certainly against Seton Hall, a smaller team that wants to play fast. They want to short possessions, and that's a good area to go where Kurt Godlewski can help control the tempo of this game, as we talked about it being so important.
Michelle Weaver, Whitney Jennings, Catherine Strong, Kristen Spolier, and Torrey Schickel, the starting five for the Bulldogs, as Schickel misses the second. Victoria Cardesi, Inya Butina, Nicole Jimenez, Shadeen Samuels, and Selena Falaxi, the five for the Pirates. Talked about that up-tempo style that the Pirates are going to want to play. And that is certainly going to be the case. Tony Bazzella and Kurt Godlewski. There he is, the head coach for the Bulldogs, as he's had his most successful start, 12-1 this year, led by a senior class. Kurt, 7-0 at home this season.
A veteran group. Seems like they've been playing together forever here at Hinkle Fieldhouse, and 2 road victories to start Big East play.
In his 5th season, and talked about the importance of this senior class really being his first class to go in and recruit and then bring all the way through the program, and what an impact they've made.
They've made a huge impact, and that's, talking to Coach Bozzella, that's what he's so impressed with, how well they play together and how well they play off of one another, and it's because of all that experience this group has together.
In his 6th season, Tony Bozzella, an absolute delight to talk to, and it's a younger team this year. Even though they've got some upperclassmen, they've transferred in.
Yeah, it's a new group, a new system. They've had some success, obviously, but there have been some bumps in the road. Turnover here.
Both the Bulldogs and the Pirates rack up the steals. Able to force turnovers and really generate some momentum off that. Here's Weaver, one of the seniors for the Bulldogs, as Schickel is battling with Philoxy in the post. This one goes against Philoxy. Selena, the 6'1" sophomore from Queens.
Yeah, you see her just trying to battle. Little cross angle. Arms get tangled up. She picks up the foul.
Jennings for 3. A little long, but the offensive rebound pulled down. Timed by Strong. And off the mark, and that's one thing Coach Bozzella was talking about. We're going to need to limit those offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities for Butler.
That's where the Butler Bulldogs look to be really aggressive, as we see a miss by Samuels.
2 minutes in, a 1-0 start for the Bulldogs. A free throw from Tori Schickel.
But that's where the Bulldogs are a little less deliberate after those offensive rebounds. They look to kick out to shooters and get a good look.
Strong had a great game against Villanova in their conference opener. Now 5 on the shot clock. Weaver's got to create. Jennings with a look. And it's going to stay Butler ball. Philoxy trying to block out.
That's where the experience of this Butler Bulldog group takes over. Late in clock situations, and with how they play, they don't panic. They understand how to execute late in the shot clock. And another offensive rebound after that miss.
And a timeout called on the floor by Tony Bozzella and the Seton Hall Pirates, as they're going to talk things over. Butler 1, Seton Hall 0. And we know Coach Bozzella not happy about the way this one started.
Well, he said he was really emphatic in that you cannot allow extra looks for the Butler Bulldogs. And so you've seen 2-3 offensive rebounds early in a game where they want to get 90 possessions. They want to get as many shots as the Pirates can. You cannot allow extra opportunities for the Butler Bulldogs, and that's exactly how this game has started. Now it's just 1-0, but just the tone of the matchup, the tempo is certainly playing into the hands of Kurt Godlewski and the Butler Bulldogs, and that's what Coach Tony Bozzella wants to get changed rather quickly here in the first quarter.
Now for the Bulldogs, Nick, you talk about this start they've had. The last time they had a start like this, they weren't even in Division I play. And what Coach Godlewski and the Bulldogs have been able to do, get up to 17th in the RPI, 2-0 in the conference for the first time in school history. And they've been able to do that thanks to a scoring defense that's allowed less than 52 points a game.
Again, they've controlled tempo with their deliberate nature on offense and their stout nature defensively. And even in that one loss, Coach Godlewski really said that that's where they learned that that's how they had to play. They got away. They got sped up. They didn't play their type of tempo, and in turn they get their first loss down in Bloomington against the Indiana Hoosiers, and that's a lesson that could prove very valuable here tonight, Mark, against the Seton Hall Pirates, because of how the Pirates want to play. If the Bulldogs get sped up, they'll be playing more like they did in that singular loss than they have in the 12 wins, so they want to make sure they control tempo here tonight. And that one loss really drove that home for Coach Godlewski and this experienced bunch.
There's Coach Bozzella for the Pirates, off to a 9-3 start. Picked up a 77-67 victory over St. John's in a rivalry game to start off their conference slate. They will travel to Xavier on Sunday, while the Bulldogs will host St. John's on Sunday. Nationally televised game. And Whitney Jennings was really one of those players in that Georgetown game, Nick, that it's each game, Coach Godlewski said, we've got these seniors that really know how to step up and take control. And Whitney Jennings, 14.5 points a game, 5th in the conference in scoring. She dropped 23 against Georgetown. Now the Bulldogs will have it out of the timeout. 7.5 left here in the first quarter. And they go right back to Schickel. This time Philoxy making it difficult. Spoelier off the mark on her three-point attempt, but another offensive rebound for Butler. Jennings gets a clean look. Again on the offensive glass. Another opportunity and strong finishes.
Boy, you can see just the size of the Bulldogs has really taken over. It's just a 3-0 game, but it's been all Butler thus far. Multiple looks at the goal. Again, kicking out to shooters after some of those looks and then finding an easy one at the rim.
Nick, 5 offensive rebounds for Butler in the first 3 minutes.
Well, it's exactly what Coach Bozzella did not want to have here in their opener on the road.
Now the Pirates going inside. Kicked out to Jimenez. And a foul called against the Bulldogs. Or it's going to be kicking, excuse me. So they'll reset the shot clock to 15. You know, Jimenez, one of those players that had a record, school record, 9 3-pointers in a game against St. Peter's. Here's another takeaway by the Bulldogs as they look to reset, but Jimenez averaging almost 13 points a game. And even though the shooting numbers might not be great in a given game, Coach Bozzella still wants to see a lot of shots.
Well, it's about volume, right? Where you just get as many looks as you can, and Jimenez is one of those players who's really thriving in this new system.
Yep.
And the ability, the freedom that she's given to play with.
Well, Evans will check in for Seton Hall. Kimmy Evans, 6'4" sophomore from New Jersey. And Broker knows in exhibition play, had to wear a mask earlier in the season. And Evans will come in trying to battle against Tori Schickel. Deep three in the air. It's a little too strong for Cardesi. And now Butina comes off the honor roll in the Big East this week. Evans a little too strong on that attempt, but another opportunity. Shots not falling right now for either team from beyond the arc.
Well, that's what Coach Bozzella said. There'll be some quarters that maybe don't look great, but with this style of play, it only takes one to get hot. You see the shots start falling. And so he just wants his team to play aggressive, and if you're open, shoot it.
Butler 1 of 9 from the field to start. And 0 of 5 for the Pirates. Here's a takeaway. Cardesi has it. The transfer from Clemson all the way in, and the Pirates on the board.
Well, that's how they want to score. Turn you over. Gives over 12 steals a game. Butina she kind of bobbled it at the rim, was able to recover and still get it off the window and in and get the first hoop for the visitors.
She's averaging over 18 points a game over the last 3. There's 3 games in the middle part of the non-conference schedule. Into mid-December. Here's Strong on a turnaround.
Well, just the unique offense that Butler can play, right? They can play through Strong or Tori Schickel on the interior, and many teams just don't have, 2 post players that can defend like that. Schickel with the steal.
Butler now with 3 steals here in the first quarter.
Again, both teams averaging over 12 steals a game.
Schickel out to Weaver. She'll let it fly. Bulldogs still searching for that 3-point field goal as Schickel battling between a couple of Pirates and out of play. Here comes some substitutions for Butler. As Shea Bry will check in, the 6'1" junior from Wisconsin, coming off back-to-back 12 rebound performances. And Naida Caceres, the Spaniard, transferred in from Maine. 5-2, Butler leads. Both teams' shooting woes continue. And beautiful looking shot dropped in by Shadeen Samuels, the leading scorer for the Pirates. Talk about one of the most improved players in the conference, up to 16 points a game, over 9 rebounds, Averages up from 7.5 points and 6.5 points a season ago. Caceres back to Schickel, this time with the left, and it falls through.
Bulldogs very deliberate in running their offense through number 34. As you said, hasn't paid dividends necessarily with points, but they've had good deliberate possessions.
What a pass. Beautiful. Underneath finished by Evans, but Hilaire
just
right on the money.
Dump, almost like a little handoff. Got it to her quickly, and an easy 2 for the Pirates.
1 point game. 3:15 left in the first quarter. Weaver gets trapped on the baseline. It is going to stay Butler possession with 7 on the shot clock. Look at that feed, just perfectly placed.
She knew the help was going to have to come and cut off the baseline, knew what she wanted to do with the basketball, well executed. 7 on the shot clock here for the Butler Bulldogs.
Lob into Bryan, goes right back out to Weaver, a repost for Schickel. 2 on the shot clock, and an offensive foul called against Tori Schickel.
Tori she used that off arm to kind of displace the defender. She understood late in the clock she had to get up. You can see that left arm goes up against Elmore, knocks it away. The official saw it, and we're going the other way.
Hilaire, Samuels buries it. Samuels able to drill the first 3. Excuse me, Elmore able to drill the first 3 in this game. Seton Hall 1 of 5 from beyond the arc, and Butler 0 of 6. Now underneath, Whitney Jennings able to sneak through and lay it in.
Did a nice job of using the post player as a screener there. Did Whitney Jennings, and that got her open. Nice help there by Caceres.
Elmore's pass taken away. Caceres hands it over to Jennings. And now Jennings will back it up. Well, 2:10 left.
Butler gets that steal, and they still want to be deliberate. Had Seton Hall gets a steal, they want to push it and attack immediately.
Caceres with 5 on the shot clock. Back out. And Bryan able to knock it down. 1 on the shot clock. Good ball movement by the Bulldogs.
Good ball movement and great poise late in the shot clock there by the Butler Bulldogs.
Now Elmore has had the hot hand. Now this time, Cardesi off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Schickel.
Well, they're quick shots, Mark, but Coach Bazell, that's what he wants. He, you know, how many times did he say to us, look, if we're open, shoot it. That's what I want our girls to do. If they are open, they need to take the shot. It's all about volume and numbers for the Pirates here tonight.
10 on the shot clock. Caceres this time comes up short, and Elmore has been active underneath. Hilaire, Cardesi, no good, and Schickel. First one in there for the Bulldogs. 12-9. They lead by 3 with 60 seconds left in the first quarter.
Well, one of the better looks the Pirates have gotten, and it started with a paint touch, getting inside the defense and kicking out to an open 3.
Tori Schickel, the senior for the Bulldogs. And a block by Evans. Hilaire hesitates against Weaver, and a foul. A little over 38 seconds left in the first quarter.
Really nice help there.
Yeah, Elmore in there.
By Elmore, just getting her hand in there. Kind of isolating Tori Schickel on the block, and the Pirates know they've got to be all aware. When Schickel has the basketball in that time, Elmore has really given this Seton Hall Pirate group a nice lift. That you saw the play defensively, made a couple shots, made a 3 as well. The southpaw coming off the bench and playing well for Tony Bazell.
Transfer from Syracuse. He was a 5-star recruit. Elmore was. Now it's Hilaire at the line. Hilaire able to net the free throw.
There's some full court pressure from the Pirates. 1-2-2 variety.
Jennings and the Bulldogs
There you see him trapping.
Trying to force a turnover, but Butler's been in control of the tempo. Spolier on a take. And an offensive foul. Who else right now? Elmore has been the stalwart performer for the Pirates.
And even though, Mark, it wasn't a direct steal or a turnover immediately off the press, what that did was it sped the Bulldogs up a little bit. A deliberate offense just got sped up enough by the pressure, and then you do eventually force a turnover. Butler shows zone here.
Hilaire able to step into the mid-range jumper, almost with a steal. 2 seconds left. Jennings with a heave. Oh, it almost went in. It lipped out. The line drive heave from Whitney Jennings, and the Bulldogs trail by 1 at the end of the first quarter. Seton Hall, a big lift from Desiree Elmore. And she has 5 points. Bulldogs, the big 3 from Bry. They trail by 1.
Good things happen.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family!
One voice, one heart, one beat. As we say, we are one. You ready? Let's go.
This is who we are.
We are the hardest working group of people I've ever met in my entire life.
This is bigger than just the game.
You made the jersey better than when you found it. That means you left your mark.
That's the Big East way.
1, 2, 3.
Together!
The 2019 Big East Women's Basketball Tournament at Wintrust Arena.
We aren't just dreamers. We're doers.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Good things happen when you unleash a Butler Bulldog.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com.
Seton Hall 13, Butler 12 as we start the second quarter. So glad to have you join us here on the Big East Digital Network. 2 teams undefeated in conference play. Last second heave, Nick.
Yeah, Whitney Jennings, she was very aware, and it didn't look like it had much of a chance early, but the line drive just rolled out for number 15 in white. And a late rally by the Pirates allowed them to grab the lead at the end of that first quarter.
Sparked by Elmore. And a traveling call to start the second quarter.
Elmore sparked the mark, but I think you see how it wasn't necessarily pretty at times, but with the volume of shots, the Pirates just kept coming in the end. You know, they ended up +1 that quarter, and that's kind of the system and the style Coach Bozzella wants to play.
Also drew her 7th charge of the season, which is a team high. 14 on the shot clock now for the Bulldogs. They've tried to work through Schickel. Starts just 1 of 4 in the first quarter. Here's Jennings. That one's buried.
Yeah, you're right, though, Mark. They've played through the inside, through Schickel, through Strong, and then in turn, Whitney Jennings has found a couple openings. She buried that 3. Nice hands by Schickel to poke the basketball away and then claim the rebound.
Jennings had 23 against Georgetown. The Bulldogs rallied on the road and locked down the Hoyas in that fourth quarter. Had terrific fourth quarter performances this season, thanks in large part to the seniors. Schickel, that time, able to score. Three in the air and a little bit off the mark, off the top of the backboard, but Hilaire in there, got fouled, and we'll have a couple.
Yeah, Hilaire kind of snuck in there. It caught, it was like an extra hop on the corner of that backboard where it looked like it was going to easily fall to a Butler Bulldog. See the previous trip, once again, Tori Schickel kind of took the hit, was able to regain her balance and then get the ball up on the iron and in. But Hilaire earned a couple shots from the charity stripe here just by staying with the play, didn't she, Mark?
Yep. And you saw Philoxy on that last one saying, what more can I do on that play? Trying to stay vertical.
There's not much more you can do. So Tori Schickel is just an accomplished scorer in that area. And if she has time and space to reset her feet after you've walled up, she's going to score more often than not.
Janine Samuels back into the game. Leading scorer for the Pirates.
That free throw make will allow the Pirates time to set up their pressure here.
Weaver over to Schickel. And the Bulldogs will let that clock wind down. Passing up good shots for great shots today. That's a goal for the Bulldogs and Coach Godlewski. This time it's Spolier posted up. Shot clock down to 5. Jennings needs a screen. Spolier will let the three fly. It's off the mark, but an offensive rebound by Schickel. Outstretched. The turnaround is good. Boy, Tori Schickel with 7 points and 3 rebounds.
You can see she'll play through contact. She grabbed the carom and then was able to get to her spot on the floor and finish.
Butler back to its largest lead at 4. 7:45 left in the second quarter. Hilaire. And there's a foul on the floor. A non-shooting foul on the drive by Hilaire, who's got 6 points to be the leading scorer for the Pirates so far. And 4 of 4 at the free throw line. Now to Butina. Now quickly inside to Samuels. First time we've seen Katie Healy. This 5'6" senior. And the Pirates able to trim it to 2. Samuels picks up her first bucket. And averaging almost 16 a game and 9 rebounds. She's top 15 in the Big East in points, rebounds, steals, blocks, and field goal percentage. Talk about a stat sheet stuffer. Strong, nice cut to the basket.
Nice cut. She timed it perfectly. As soon as her defender started paying attention to Tori Schickel, that's when she dove to the goal and got an easy one. Here's a steal by Weaver.
Strong again. This time it's a blocking foul called against Samuels.
Yeah, and again, it's not like the Bulldogs won't push it if it's there. They will just be a little bit more deliberate where you know Seton Hall is going to be aggressive and look to push the basketball. The Butler Bulldogs will be a little bit more opportunistic, and you saw that time they were, after a nice play by Michelle Weaver to steal it, keep it in play. They're able to get the basketball to Strong. She's fouled on the free throw, on the layup attempt, excuse me, and earns a couple shots from the charity stripe. Missed that one badly.
Well, less than 7 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Butler 21, Seton Hall 17. And you mentioned the steals. Butler is second in the conference, 12.4 a game. Seton Hall is first at almost 13 a game. 3 officials today: Brian Burnett, Norma Jones, and Ashley Gilpin. And the officials going over to the monitor. Again, if you're just joining us, Butler comes in 12-1 this season. That's the best start they've had since 1981, 1982. And they have started 2-0 in the conference for the first time.
Well, and I was wondering what the discrepancy was, because she only,
that was just the first
only shot one free. That
right.
should have been a 2-shot foul. That's what we were kind of puzzled over here, Mark, as to what was going on, because there should have been another foul shot.
Strong started to move too.
Yeah, it was clearly a 2-shot foul. So she'll get her second attempt here now.
Yeah, second one short. Pirates down by 4 with the ball. Samuels pries it away from Strong. He's trying to get that takeaway. Now back out, an open 3 is in the air and off the mark by Jimenez.
I'll give Strong credit for not fouling there. Did a good job to avoid the contact and then grab the rebound.
Jimenez 0 of 3 today from beyond the arc, but a 35% three-point shooter. And Elmore hands in the lane, disrupting it out of play. 15 on the shot clock for Butler.
Well, give Elmore credit. She did a good job of fighting over the top of that screen. If she had not gotten her hand on that basketball, it was going to be an easy 2 for Tori Schickel. Nice steal here by Butina. This is when they'll look to be super aggressive, Mark.
Cross court, Elmore rips it down out of the sky. Off the mark, and the Bulldogs grab another carom. In this quarter, Seton Hall has 1 made field goal, 1 of 6. Now less than 6 to play. Weaver to Schickel. Torrey going one-on-one, back out to Weaver. Good ball movement. Jennings 3 is good.
Well, that's exactly how Coach Godlewski wants to operate. Inside out, extra pass to your best three-point shooter. Wendy Jennings knocks it down.
Pirates trying to answer, but off the mark on that three-point attempt from Cardace, and a whistle.
Well, give Butler credit, Mark. We haven't said very often. Again, Seton Hall's going to be aggressive. They're going to shoot it. Most of those shots have been over an outstretched hand. There haven't been too many open looks for the Pirates, as you see a nice open look there for Whitney Jennings on the extra pass for the Butler Bulldogs. And thus far, we talked about tempo. This is the Butler Bulldogs tempo here tonight, a big reason why they've got that 7-point lead. It has been a slower paced game, no doubt.
Schickel going to work again, trying to dump it off underneath, kicked out. Caceres lips out the attempt from distance. Jimenez on the run. Cardace, no go. Butina off the mark. Samuels in there to finish.
Well, that's it. You saw how spread out, how loose the Butler defense got. That's a byproduct of how the Pirates play. They want to get it a little bit frenetic, get you scrambling around, and in turn, they get some pretty clean looks at the goal.
Stopped the 2.5-minute scoring drought the Pirates were on. Cardace goes for the board, and there's that quick passing up the floor. Jimenez walled off on the baseline. Elmore for the jumper. And Caceres, the lone player, back to grab it. Butler leading by 5 with 4:20 remaining in the second quarter. Right into Jennings, got blocked, got it back, and then foul.
See it here, a little backdoor that got her free. Initially there was the block, she stayed with it, and then Elmore picks up the foul. That'll take us to the media timeout. Winnie Jennings will have a couple shots once we come back.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family!
One voice, one heart, one beat. As we say, we are one. You ready? Let's go.
This is who we are.
We are the hardest working group of people I've ever met in my entire life.
This is bigger than just the game.
You made the jersey better than when you found it. That means you left your mark.
That's the Big East way.
1, 2, 3.
Together!
The 2019 Big East Women's Basketball Tournament at Wintrust Arena.
We aren't just dreamers. We're doers.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Good things happen when you unleash a Butler Bulldog.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
.4:14 remaining in the second quarter inside Hinkle Fieldhouse. Butler with a 5-point lead. Two undefeated teams in conference play, the Bulldogs and the Pirates. And there's Whitney Jennings for the Bulldogs. Jennings the leading scorer with 8. Schickel has 7 and Strong with 6. On the flip side, it's been a 13-3 advantage in points off the bench as Jennings goes to the line for Seton Hall.
Now, this is Seton Hall club, Mark. They shoot over 36% as a team from 3. They make just under 10 threes a game. Do the Pirates just 1 of 13, though, here in the first half tonight at Hinkle Fieldhouse.
Jennings buries the free throw. 26-19. Butler with its largest lead of the game.
And that gives the Bulldogs an opportunity to set up their pressure.
Samuels from the wing. Off the mark, just can't get him to fall right now.
Well, that was one of the better looks. Now Samuels, not her strength, but again, the Pirates want to play fast. They want to play free and easy and aggressive, and that's a shot that you take in the new system. Now 1 of 14 from behind the arc.
And an offensive foul against Seton Hall. Excuse me, against the Bulldogs on that one. It's Kristen Spoyer.
Yeah, Spoyer just trying to post up, just got a little too aggressive with her hands.
It's number 3.
And pushed off a little bit, and that's why you see her go to the bench with those 3 personal fouls. Well, the Bulldogs have surged of late with her emergence a little bit offensively. You know what you're going to get from Schickel and Jennings.
Seton Hall just 1 of their last 8 field goal attempts in a tie-up.
Alternate possession. Butler
will take over. Brian got a hand on it. Just smart play. Shea Bry
just came in, got him on the blind spot of the Pirates there. We're able to tie him up, and here's a Butler turnover.
Hilaire grabs it on the run, underneath, trying to save it underneath the basket. And it is pulled away by Jimenez. A little over 3 minutes left in the second quarter. And here's the takeaway. Caceres one-on-one. Lays it in.
Crafty, nice job. On the left side of the hoop was Caceres, goes underneath the hoop, able to put it off the window and in, and the Dogs taking advantage of turnovers.
Nina, the Spaniard, with her parents in Hinkle Fieldhouse for the first time, as a bank shot put in by Falaxi. But how cool is it to get your parents, Joaquin and Elena, able to come across the world and watch some college basketball, one of the greatest venues out there. Caceres, right on cue, steps into a jumper.
A shot fake to get the defender off the floor.
And now Jimenez answering back. Could that heat up the Pirates on back-to-back field goals?
Well, that's the thing, the Pirates, none of those guards have really been able to get in any kind of rhythm. Hilaire's been good. She hasn't been able to score as much, though. You're right, maybe that gets the Pirates going.
Schickel against Falaxi with the left. No go. Falaxi pulls it down. Jimenez, three in the air. And it's Schickel fighting underneath with Strong. Able to secure it. Catherine Strong, transferred from VCU, has been a big piece of the Bulldogs. And Coach Pizzella talked about the fact that everybody knows those seniors. You know, Weaver, Schickel, you got Jennings, as well as, you know, Spoyer, not a senior, but plays like that, a big part. But it's been that fifth wheel that's been so important.
Well, you know your best post defender is going to be on Tori Schickel, and now you add another player who can post up, another player that can do a lot of different things and really fits well with that other group of experienced players for Coach Godlewski. Zone here for the Dogs.
Here's Healy. Knocks one down from distance, and suddenly a one-possession game with a minute left in the second quarter.
Well, again, Mark, this the way that if you didn't see a scoreboard, you'd think Butler was totally in control by way more than 3 points, just because of how the game has progressed as Schickel makes the little baseline jumper. But that's how the Pirates play, right? They're just going to keep coming, keep coming. There may be some runs, more ups and downs to the game, but when they make shots, they can hang around, and then if they make a few in a row, it can spell trouble.
Move it around the perimeter. Now it's Hilaire. Bounce pass is kicked out of play by Weaver. It was intended for Healy. Healy has attempted only 3-pointers this season from the field. That's her MO. Now 15 on the shot clock. 37.7 left in the second quarter. Bulldogs with a 5-point lead. Elmore back out to Bettina. Just 1 of 4. 2 points for Bettina, who came in averaging 18 over the last 3 games. 2 on the shot clock. Healy for 3, no. Offensive rebound pulled down by Elmore, and the Pirates can play for the last shot. 12 seconds left in the second quarter.
The Dogs will go back to their man-to-man here. Late in the clock.
4 seconds left. Elmore down to Faloxi, able to score. That's how the second quarter ends, with a feed and a finish from Faloxi.
Really nice execution late by the Pirates. And well, again, if you were just to watch this game, you would think the Dogs are way up, but the Pirates make it close at half. 32-29 as we go to break at Hinkle Fieldhouse.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family!
One voice, one heart, one beat. As we say, we are one. You ready? Let's go.
This is who we are.
We are the hardest working group of people I've ever met in my entire life.
This is bigger than just the game.
You made the jersey better than when you found it. That means you left your mark.
That's the Big East way.
1, 2, 3.
Together!
The 2019 Big East Women's Basketball Tournament at Wintrust Arena.
We aren't just dreamers. We're doers.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Good things happen when you unleash a Butler Bulldog.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
Here at the half inside Hinkle Fieldhouse, Butler leads Seton Hall 32-29. We get the halftime show started with a feature, an interview with the Bulldogs. Enjoy.
Welcome into the Big East studios, the Butler Bulldogs guard Whitney Jennings and center Tori Schickel. Thank you two so much for joining me, and Happy New Year.
Absolutely. Happy New Year.
With wins over Villanova and Georgetown this weekend, your team is off to your first ever 2-0 start in conference play. How does this undefeated start show the growth of this Butler squad?
Yeah, I mean, I think we had a great non-conference, so we're excited to, start Big East play 2-0. But, I think it just goes back to, the standards we set, following the end of last season and in the summer and the fall and how hard we've been working. So we're excited to see all of that, paying off, and you're just hoping to continue that as the year goes along.
What were those standards that you set?
I think coming in every day and just working as hard as you could. I think, starting conditioning last spring, we knew we wanted to be the most conditioned team out there every single day. We really wanted to work on some of our weaknesses individually, and then coming together and, switch up kind of some of the things that we were doing defensively and making that a focus for us coming into our games, and then offensively just doing what we do every day.
Those two games were road games that you won this weekend. So how does a road sweep in the Big East set the precedent for what's to come of this team in conference play?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're an experienced team. We start 3 seniors and 2 juniors. So I think having that experience, and we've been through this, the Big East season is a grind, but we know that we're very capable of going on the road and getting 2 wins in a weekend. So, yeah, I think knowing we're confident in that and our experience and, how much growth we've had over the last couple of years.
With all of that experience, there's a lot of chemistry on your team, too. How would you describe the chemistry amongst yourselves?
I think right now, it's just really fun. We're all trying to keep it really light. We're really close with each other. The locker room's a lot of fun right now. Obviously winning helps that a lot, but it's just a fun environment to be around. And I think, it's one of the first times that everyone on our team has clicked really well. So we're just excited in the direction that we're going and to have fun with each other every single day.
Who on the team keeps it the lightest?
Oh, I'd say probably Kat Strong. She's pretty much clowns around a lot, but she knows when to take it seriously too. But she's fun to have around.
We actually have quite a few characters.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's a fun atmosphere, and I think one thing that's really helped our success is we're just really invested in each other, and I don't know. I just think when everyone cares about everyone, and you're so happy to see Tori score 20 or Michelle score 20 or whatever, as long as we get the win at the end of the night, it's a happy locker room for sure.
Coach Godlewski talked a lot about your defense after these past 2 wins specifically, saying you guys really dug in. How would you describe the defensive effort that you've been putting into?
Yeah, I think that's really kind of what we focused on the whole offseason. We knew that was where we were going to have to dig in. A lot of times we can score on people, but it's if we can get stops, and that's really kind of what sets our pace for our offense. So, being able to dig in and get stops is really important for us. And then, basing it off of what we do instead of what other teams are doing offensively, and really just sticking to our principles is really important for us moving forward.
What do you do offensively?
Well, offensively, I think right now we're getting a lot of inside-out touches, which is really nice. They're doubling Will in post, which gives a lot of our other guards open shots, they've been knocking down really well. And just getting a lot of that ball movement and taking care of it and playing at our pace is really important for us right now.
Being able to play inside out is really what we want to do, and just taking care of the ball and making smart decisions. And we're really confident in that right now.
And you're home for your next 2 games this weekend against Seton Hall and St. John's. What are you looking forward to staying home this weekend?
Yeah, we haven't been in Hinkle since like the 17th maybe, so it's been a while. So we're excited to get back, play in front of our home crowd. We have 2 really tough opponents coming in, but we're excited for the challenge, and we're to build on our 2-0 record and see what we can do.
It's the new year, 2019. What are some maybe resolutions that you two have?
Oh, I think
I was asked that the other day, actually. For me, I would say maybe try to spend like less time on social media and try to save money too. That's always a big one.
Speaking my language, yeah.
Definitely. I don't know. And I think for me, like, I don't know, just always having that positive attitude in schoolwork and like, you know, making those relationships, new friendships. I don't know, just kind of continuing from 2018 and making it better in 2019.
Play for Big East Championship maybe in there?
Absolutely. That's,
of course.
Yes, absolutely.
NCAA tournament,
NCAA
Big
training.
East Championship. Those are definitely some goals on our horizon.
And now it's all about checking them off the list. Tori, Whitney, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family!
One voice, one heart, one beat. As we say, we are one. You ready? Let's go.
This is who we are.
We are the hardest working group of people I've ever met in my entire life.
This is bigger than just the game.
You made the jersey better than when you found it. That means you left your mark.
That's the Big East way.
1, 2, 3.
Together!
The 2019 Big East Women's Basketball Tournament at Wintrust Arena.
We aren't just dreamers. We're doers.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Good things happen when you unleash a Butler Bulldog.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family!
One voice, one heart, one beat. As we say, we are one. You ready? Let's go.
This is who we are.
We are the hardest working group of people I've ever met in my entire life.
This is bigger than just the game.
You made the jersey better than when you found it. That means you left your mark.
That's the Big East way.
1, 2, 3.
Together!
The 2019 Big East Women's Basketball Tournament.
Butler leading Seton Hall 32-29, two unbeaten teams in conference play at the half. It's been a fun first couple quarters. Alongside my broadcast partner, Nick Gardner, I'm Mark Minner. Thanks so much for joining us right here on the Big East Digital Network. And partner, we talked about the two different styles coming into this game that we would see. Seton Hall really trying to push the tempo and Butler trying to slow things down. And in that first half, both teams struggled offensively at times.
Yeah, neither squad could really get in any rhythm, making shots especially. The Dogs were able to play at their pace for the most part. You see Seton Hall able to create some opportunities. Butina able to finish off the steal, Elmore. But the Seton Hall bench really came in and did a great job. 16 bench points led by Elmore. You see Tori Schickel and her ability to make things happen. And there's Hilaire with a nice dump off. She was another huge piece off that Seton Hall bench. As you see her dump off to Elmore, the lefty, stroking it. Whitney Jennings usually does her damage from the outside, but because of that pressure, she's able to get onto the interior. And then a late shot clock play by the Dogs. They play poised late in the shot clocks as you see Jennings knock down another one from deep. And then offensive rebounds were big, especially early. Tori Schickel grabbed that one, able to get to her sweet spot on the post. And then the passing ability, too, of the senior on display as she found Kat Strong cutting. The Dogs opportunistic off of turnovers. Again, 12 steals each for these clubs. But as we said, neither team able to get much of a rhythm. You see a nice finish here by Caceres on the other side of the hoop with the right hand. And then a nice little interior play there by the Pirates, which they don't do often.
Hilaire finished with 6 points, the leading scorer, as Healy knocked in a three. The Bulldogs led by Jennings, who had 10. That's how the second quarter finished.
Last play, high-low, nice execution late in the half there, late in the quarter. And you can see that hoop drew the Pirates within a hoop, 29-32. See Seton Hall struggling to shoot the basketball, just 17% from behind the arc. They've made just 3 of 18, excuse me, from deep. They make just under 10 per game, right around 10 3-point field goals per game. Everything else pretty even, and really that's your main difference, is ability to make shots. But the pace that we've seen here so far, Mark, is more leaning towards the Butler Bulldogs pace as opposed to the Pirates that really want to get up and down. So it'll see who can dictate, who can really play their tempo. I think that's going to go a long way towards telling us who's going to walk out of Hinkle Fieldhouse victorious.
And one team will remain unbeaten in conference play. Butler leads Seton Hall by 3 at the half. When we come back, it'll be the third quarter inside Hinkle Fieldhouse on the Big East Digital Network.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family!
One voice, one heart, one beat. As we say, we are one. You ready? Let's go.
This is who we are.
We are the hardest working group of people I've ever met in my entire life.
This is bigger than just the game.
You made the jersey better than when you found it. That means you left your mark.
That's the Big East way.
1, 2, 3.
Together!
The 2019 Big East Women's Basketball Tournament at Wintrust Arena.
We aren't just dreamers. We're doers.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Good things happen when you unleash a Butler Bulldog.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do. What?
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
Hope you've had a terrific week and a great start to the new year. The Butler Bulldogs lead the Seton Hall Pirates 32-29 with Nick Gardner, Mark Minner courtside in Hinkle Fieldhouse. Butler comes in 12-1 this season, 2-0 in the Big East, picking up road wins against Villanova and Georgetown last weekend, and Seton Hall with a victory over their rival St. John's. They're trying to go 2-0 in conference play. They are 9-3 this year.
And again, that one defeat on the Dogs' schedule, Coach Godlewski talked about how they got sped up in that loss at Indiana. And if Seton Hall is going to be able to regain things here at Hinkle Fieldhouse, they're going to have to speed up the Butler Bulldogs. So again, this is a really interesting matchup as far as contrasting styles.
Seton Hall has gone through some scoring lulls in this game, but when they've scored quickly. Butina, who has played really well since coming back from injury. An early foul on Weaver. See what Butina can get going here in the second half.
And anytime feet get tangled up like that, you can see Michelle Weaver knew it right away. You're going to get called for that whistle as a defender.
There's 15 seconds into the third quarter. Butina thought about a shot, instead drives against Schickel. Almost spun it in, but it's gobbled up underneath by Strong. Spolier picked up 3 personal fouls. Now Weaver has 3. Here's Jennings just off the iron, but Strong able to track it down. Strong going right back to the bucket. Missed it. But you know, Strong not giving up today. We've seen that as a theme.
That's how she plays, and she does a lot of different. You've seen her post up, chase down rebounds, drive it from the wing. Very versatile player for the Bulldogs. Fits in really nicely with this group of core upperclassmen.
15 to shoot for Samuels. Out. And Cardesi off the mark. And Jennings, the leading scorer for Butler after the second quarter with 10 points. Now it's Schickel clearing some space, wheeling and dealing in the post. Philoxy with an aggressive rebound.
Well, one thing Butler's done, although they haven't shot a great percentage, they've gotten a lot of looks on the interior. And what Seton Hall likes to do is they'll take a long miss and treat that as a turnover. And the Dogs have not had very many instances that have allowed the Pirates to run out and get those type of runouts off of long rebounds or long misses. Nice play.
What a nice feed, and Weaver with the cut.
Beautiful setup, beautiful use of the pivot foot by Whitney Jennings as she spun and then delivered a beautiful bounce pass for a layup.
Spolier on Carnesi. Try and light one up over. No good, and Samuels on the putback attempt will go to the line.
Fouls on Butler, number 15, Whitney Jennings.
Yeah, I was going to say they could have gotten Jennings
Shooting 2 for the Pirates, number 24.
or Cat Strong there. It was Jennings helping down. That picked up the whistle, so Samuels will go to the line. She'll shoot 2. Well, you're right though, Mark. This is a game where Seton Hall they've been a little bit inconsistent in their ability to shoot it. But then you look up at the end of the quarter, they grabbed the lead late in the first quarter, and then they were able to cut it to 3 at halftime. And so they're just kind of hanging around, and that style of play that Coach Mazzella has changed to this season allows them to strike quickly. So a 6-point lead, a 7-point lead, isn't that great against the Pirates with the pace they play?
6-point lead for Butler. 7:40 left in the third. Weaver picked up her dribble. Whips it around to Strong. Strong buries one. Boy, Cat Strong is feeling it right now in the third. Philoxy on a handoff. Hilaire played really well in the first couple quarters off the bench. Foul called against Butina. She had missed 3 games due to concussion earlier this season.
She's played really well since coming back from that concussion. You see her try and get between the defenders there. Did a good job of splitting them. Cat Strong just got her on the wrist there, so Butina will go the line. And a chance to get into the 9-point lead the Bulldogs have. Makes the first.
A 9-point lead, tied their largest of the game. Here's the second for Butina. Spolier able to secure it. And Seton Hall with the takeaway. Butina looking for a shot, but Cat Strong not given any space to operate. Healy from distance.
Well, that's what she does, right, Mark? She's shot all 3s thus far. Doesn't look like that's going to change, and you can see why she buries another one.
Quick trigger for Healy, and Samuels active in the passing lanes. Knocked it out. It'll be Butler ball.
It's the first time the press has really done anything as we see Healy walk into that 3, but the Dogs turned it over previously, did Butler, and this time having some more difficulty working against that Seton Hall pressure.
Butler with a 5-point lead. 6:40 remaining in the third. Spolier is bumped by Butina.
Well, on the Pirates, number 5, Butina. That is her first.
And Butina, who led the Pirates with 19 points against St. John's. As Kurt Godlewski looks on. Spolier over to Weaver. Now they get it where they want it. Back to Schickel with the right hand, softly put in. Schickel in double figures with 11. Here's Spoyer. Christian, pull up 2.
What a smart play, Mark. Don't get too deep. Don't dribble yourself into trouble. Just stop, pop from your sweet spot and knock it down.
This one off the mark in the corner for Healy. He's already knocked down a couple threes.
And now you can see the Butler pace really taking over here in this third period, Mark.
5:45 left in the third. Schickel missed the turnaround. Like she may have gotten caught on that.
Yeah, look, she took one in the chops there. She released that.
Hilaire will light up the 3.
Another rebound for Schickel. Approaching 1,000 rebounds in her career. Already over 1,400 points.
Looked at her numbers coming into this season alone, and from the first day on campus, from the first game on campus, as Spoyer is fouled, Tori Schickel has made an impact for the Bulldogs. Yeah, you mentioned third all-time leading rebounder for Butler's, the 7th player to reach 1,400 points.
Spoyer fouled. Again, when you look at, obviously, Tori Schickel is a player that can score on the post and can do things on the interiors you talked about. Whitney Jennings is going to be able to knock down threes. You've got to cover her around the arc. And then you've got Spoyer, you've got Strong, 2 kind of do-it-all type players who are really good in a lot of different areas on the court. And you can see why they fit so well together.
Butler with a 10-point lead, their largest. 5 minutes remaining in the third. Healy slides one over to Samuels. Now it's Butina moving baseline. Great passing by the Pirates. Elmore, a shot fake. And a nifty move as she drove baseline.
Elmore's been the best player offensively, especially in the half court for the Seton Hall Pirates. Turnaround jumpers, threes. That time a nice drive to the rim.
3 of 5 shooting, 4 rebounds, a couple assists for Elmore as Schickel is trapped. And a foul called against the Pirates. Jennings trying to dribble out of it. That'll take us into immediate timeout. Bulldogs leading 44-36 over the Seton Hall Pirates with 4.5 left in the third.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family!
One voice, one heart, one beat. As we say, we are one. You ready? Let's go.
This is who we are.
We are the hardest working group of people I've ever met in my entire life.
This is bigger than just the game.
You made the jersey better than when you found it. That means you left your mark.
That's the Big East way.
1, 2, 3.
Together!
The 2019 Big East Women's Basketball Tournament at Wintrust Arena.
We aren't just dreamers. We're doers.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Good things happen when you unleash a Butler Bulldog.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do. What?
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
Family on 3,
3, 1, 2, 3. Family!
One voice, one heart, one beat. As we say, we are one. You ready? Let's go.
This is who we are.
We are the hardest working group of people I've ever met in my entire life.
This is bigger than just the game.
You made the jersey better than when you found it. That means you...
Whitney Jennings and the Butler Bulldogs leading 44-36 over the Seton Hall Pirates here in the third quarter. Out of the media timeout, Butler will have the ball.
Well, I think you're seeing the veteran presence and the veteran group that the Bulldogs possess. Look, not their best night offensively, but they're balanced. They're able to play through some of those woes that you may have, shooting woes, because of that experience. 3 players now in double figures, Jennings, Strong, and Schickel.
Weaver gets trapped in a takeaway by Hilaire. Hilaire able to lay it in with the left. Well done by the Pirates as 2 came over to trap, and Hilaire was lurking, ready for the pass.
Yeah, she was ready. Hilaire's been really good, been the best guard for the Pirates tonight. Defensively and offensively being able to get into the paint. First time again, Mark, last 2 or 3 times the Dogs have worked against the pressure. Seton Hall's had some success in either speeding Butler up or turning them over, as we saw there. Seton Hall falls back into a 2-3 zone. Still got to try to get the ball to Schickel.
Schickel going one-on-one against Elmore, trying to scoop it in underneath the basket.
Knew she didn't have a lot of room along the baseline, so she kind of tight-roped it and then scooped it off the window and in.
Elmore with the answer.
Elmore and Hilaire doing their best to keep the Pirates in it.
9 points for Elmore. That leads the Pirates.
Well, and again, as much as Butler has controlled things, Mark, you look down, still just a 6-point game and a 2-possession game at that.
Schickel unable to get it, but Strong there for the offensive rebound. Another rebound for Strong. 10 rebounds and 11 points as Kat Strong has a double-double. Here's that attempt underneath.
Look at that, 2 Pirates around her. Healy doing everything she could to try and keep Strong away from that carom, and wasn't able to do so.
Weaver looking to get it in, finds Spoyer. Nice feed inside, back out to Weaver. Now it's Bry. Settles for the jumper, comes up short. Hilaire's got it. Butina, what a move on the step through, and lays it through.
Jennings gambled a little bit, tried to run in front. Butina recognized it. A beautiful step through off the window. Back to a 4-point ball game.
Well, the Pirates are hanging right in there. Seton Hall 4 of their last 4 from the field. Well, Jennings!
You can see Coach Bozzella. That's the one Bulldog you absolutely must know where she is at all times. In Whitney Jennings, she gets free and buries a big 3.
Elmore comes up short. Contested turnaround.
Well, it's such a big shot too, Mark. You've got it to a 4-point game. Your zone has really been successful. And again, the one Bulldog you really can't leave gets free and buries a big one to cut it or put it back up to 7.
49-42 with 2:10 left. Jennings for 3. This time it's off the mark, but Schickel's in there. Boy, Torrey unrelenting.
That's her 9th rebound now and 15th point.
Elmore trying to behind the back to Samuels. It's saved by Weaver. Less than 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Butler leading 51-42. Spoyer wants to get in. And a collision between Weaver and Samuels, a foul called. That's going to go against Weaver.
You see here Schickel doing work on the interior there. Elmore, give Elmore credit. She got her hands on the basketball a couple times, but Tori Schickel, the veteran, again, that was actually her 9th and 10th rebound. So she's got a double-double. averages just under 10 rebounds on her career, Mark, as a Butler Bulldog. So she's above that now with her 10th carom.
First double-double this season for Kat Strong as well. 1:20 remaining in the third. Hilaire with the ball. Drive in the dish. Falaxi on a move.
Really nice play by Hilaire there. Was able to cup the basketball in traffic and then find a teammate. She's been, again, really good for the Pirates here tonight.
Pirates have had balance in the scoring. Spolier off the mark. Out of play.
Butler basketball.
6 different Pirates between 5 and 9 points.
Just great recognition by Hilaire there on the drive. She saw Bry step up to help. Knew she had a teammate cutting along that baseline and got an easy 2 for her club.
Jennings gonna let the clock wind down.
Man-to-man this trip. Defensively for the Pirates after being in zone.
Down to Schickel. Hilaire pushing the tempo. Jimenez for 3. Got it! Jimenez with a big bucket.
Boy, Seton Hall has closed each quarter nicely, Mark, to keep themselves in this game after not playing well for the majority of most of the 3 quarters. They've made some shots late. And once again, 2-possession, 4-point ball game.
About a second, less than a second differential as the third quarter winds down. 5 on the shot clock. Jennings with the ball. She is blocked by Jimenez. Pulled away by Falaxi. And that's how the third quarter is going to end. There was a little bit more time on the game clock as the shot clock expired. And that's what Coach Pizzella was saying. The officials are going to confer quickly. But it looks like that is how the third quarter is going to come to a close. Butler 51, Seton Hall 47. Fourth quarter coming up next right here on the Big East Digital Network.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family!
One voice, one heart, one beat. As we say, we are one. You ready? Let's go.
This is who we are.
We are the hardest working group of people I've ever met in my entire life.
This is bigger than just the game.
You made the jersey better than when you found it. That means you left your mark.
That's the Big East way.
1, 2, 3.
Together!
The 2019 Big East Women's Basketball Tournament at Wintrust Arena.
We aren't just dreamers. We're doers.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Good things happen when you unleash a Butler Bulldog.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com.
Coach Godlewski for the Butler Bulldogs with a 4-point lead right now, 51-47, and a unique situation here. As we mentioned going into the break, the shot clock expired before the game clock did, and there was a 0.7 of a second differential. So we are technically, there's a look at it. So there's 0.9 of a second right there. They're going to give 0.7 of a second as we resume the third quarter. This is the end of the third quarter now. And Seton Hall will have the ball. Now a chance for the Pirates to try a quick play. Nearly into Hilaire. And now that will do it. And both teams are going to head back to the huddle.
All right.
Let's try that again. Looks like, see if they're going to have an official timeout here or just resume play immediately. Looks like they're going to give 1 minute to each team. And so we will step aside, be back for the fourth quarter. 51-47, Butler leads.
Family on three, 1, 2, 3. Family!
One voice, one heart, one beat. As we say, we are one. You ready? Let's go.
This is who we are.
We are the hardest working group of people I've ever met in my entire life.
This is bigger than just the game.
You made the jersey better than when you found it. That means you left your mark.
That's the Big East way.
1, 2, 3.
Together!
The 2019 Big East Women's Basketball Tournament at Wintrust Arena.
We aren't just dreamers. We're doers.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Good things happen when
Well, it's one of the more unique situations you'll see. We had a quick 0.7 of a second to finish in the third quarter. It was just inbounded. So now we are officially starting the fourth quarter with the Butler Bulldogs leading the Seton Hall Pirates 51-47. Alongside Nick Gardner, Mark Minner with you. Appreciate you joining us. Bulldogs back and forth. Strong for three. Rebound for Loxley. Now, Nick, you mentioned Seton Hall's ability to close each quarter and pull it back to a 1-2 possession game. They did it there in the third.
They sure did. Each quarter they've been able to make some shots late, get some turnovers late after Butler has controlled those 10 minutes for the most part. But again, it goes to, you make a few plays late and hang around. Never know what can happen.
Butler has been really good in the fourth quarter in their first two conference games. Healy with the ball, and pass almost out of play. Jimenez able to pick it up. And a kickball by Schickel. You look at the Villanova game, they outscored Villanova 20-8. And Georgetown 11-6 last weekend. And they really made it difficult for Georgetown in that fourth quarter.
I think that's where they really show their experience, Mark, their ability to close games out when things get tight.
4-point lead for Butler. One team will remain unbeaten in conference play after this final frame. Jennings, 13 points for Butler. Schickel leads the way with 15.
Seton Hall in the zone, really trying to limit Tori Schickel's touches, although she gets it here.
4 on the shot clock. Back out to Spoyer. And a 3 in the key.
3-second lane violation on the Bulldogs.
That's, again, a product of that zone defense. Tori has to work just a little bit harder to get that position, and in turn, she stays in the lane a little bit too long, and the Bulldogs turn it back over.
8:40 remaining. Hilaire for 2. Good. Boy, she has been strong.
Strong, very under control, but aggressive and quick as well. See why she's out there more often than not for Coach Blazella.
First player for Seton Hall in double figures with 10. Also chipped in 6 assists. And a whistle called against the Pirates defending Tori Schickel. It's on Evans.
See Hilaire here, just gets around that hedge. Thought she got fouled on that attempt. She'll go back the other way, down 2.
Weaver looking to inbound. And taken away. Pried away by Faloxi. A 1-on-2 knocked loose by Strong.
Give Strong credit. She just didn't give up on that play, Mark. Loxley thought she was in the clear, but Strong hustled back to knock it away. 26 on the shot clock underneath out of bounds for the Pirates.
And here's a turnover. Weaver's got it. One-on-one. Weaver to the rack. 2 shots coming for the senior Michelle Weaver.
Just kind of an errant pass by Hilaire, just over the arms of Falaxi. Weaver able to take advantage. Healy tried to get back to draw the charge, was not in position. 2 shots for Michelle Weaver, misses the first. And once again, Mark, just Seton Hall just kind of hanging around and hanging around. Neither club has played their best, their A game, I would say, if you asked either coach. But the experience of Butler allows them to play through things, and the style and fearlessness of the Pirates allows them to play through some lulls as well.
Weaver, the Big East leader in steals this season. 8 minutes remaining. Weaver.
Right on cue.
Tack on another.
Top 10 in the country in steals. So Michelle Weaver coming into this game, she's tacked on a few more.
And Jennings has it poked loose. Weaver on the deck with Jimenez, and it's a tie-up. It'll be Seton Hall ball. 52-49, 1 possession game. And Nick Hilaire just poking the hand in there.
She's very active. Really disruptive defensively for the Pirates.
Samuels wisely pulled it up. Weaver would have had another takeaway. Jennings almost had one. Lutina passing back, 12 on the shot clock. Jimenez calling for a screen. Spolier fights through it. 5 on the shot clock. Jimenez gets it to roll through.
What a finish. Put a little English, little spin on that basketball as it kissed off the window and spun through, making something happen when it appeared nothing was there.
1 point game with 7 minutes remaining. Schickel. Spolier with the left. It doesn't fall down. She didn't give up, but couldn't get the second chance. Samuels pushing the tempo. Jimenez 3, no. And Bry will settle things down for Butler. Butler just with 1 point here in the 4th quarter. Seton Hall with 4. Spolier inside to Schickel. Now she starts to back down Falaxi. There's the foul and 1. Tori Schickel going to work in the 4th quarter.
And she makes it look easy, Mark. Just gets it on the wing, able to get to her spot. That left arm of the defender. Clearly, Falaxi got her as she spun towards the middle and put it through. What an effort by Bry to keep it alive and get an extra possession for the Bulldogs in a tight 3-point game.
6:12 left. Schickel with 17 points and 10 rebounds. One of 2 Bulldogs, along with Kat Strong, who have double-doubles in this one. Schickel again. Spolier for 3. And it's a battle for the loose ball. It will stay Butler possession.
Well, give Bry credit. Shea Bry has come in and gotten her hand on a lot of balls, kept things alive that time. Look, she got the rebound off the missed free throw, and then she's able to, along with Tori Schickel, keep the basketball alive and get another opportunity for the Butler offense.
Jennings burning some clock.
Man-to-man. Defensively for Seton Hall this trip. Once again, trying to get Tori Schickel the basketball. Samuels and Weaver collided. I believe they're going to get Samuels with the whistle. That's her 3rd, excuse me. You see the screen here. There's a collision on the right-hand side of the screen. Full shot clock for Butler here, under 6 minutes to play.
Bry, make the handoff. Now gets it back up top to Weaver. 5.5 remaining. 3-point game. Weaver over to Spolier. Shot clock at 10. Here's Schickel slipping around, gets it to Jennings. 3 to shoot. Fouled on the runner. Boy, creating something out of nothing.
No doubt. It's just a crafty play by a really good offensive player who knows she's got a defender in a tough spot. Knew she could get a whistle just because of how Hilaire was guarding her. And again, that's how you make something out of nothing late in the shot clock. Savvy veteran move by Whitney Jennings. Misses the first attempt, though.
Jennings, an 85% free throw shooter, who's 5th in the conference in scoring. 14.5 a game. Jennings has 14 tonight. Butina, it's walled off by Spoyer. 4-point Butler lead. 5:05 remaining. 3 in the air. No good, but Elmore in there for the offensive board. Healy for 3. Batted around, it'll be Butler ball. Final media timeout on the floor. Butler with a 4-point lead over the Pirates. It's been a fun one. Coach Pizzella going to talk to his squad. We'll take you the rest of the way when we come back on the Big East Digital Network.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family!
One voice, one heart, one beat. As we say, we are one. You ready? Let's go.
This is who we are.
We are the hardest working group of people I've ever met in my entire life.
This is bigger than just the game.
You made the jersey better than when you found it. That means you left your mark.
That's the Big East way.
1, 2, 3.
Together!
The 2019 Big East Women's Basketball Tournament at Wintrust Arena.
We aren't just dreamers. We're doers.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Good things happen when you unleash a Butler Bulldog.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/.
Kirk Godlewski and the Butler Bulldogs with a 4-point lead. 4:54 remaining here in the fourth quarter. There's Jim Danko on the left, president of Butler University. And he's cheering on his Bulldogs, along with some other members of the athletic department staff. And Nick, Butler has played really well this season. It's been a start to remember. 12-1 this year, their first 2-0 start in Big East Conference play, trying to go to 3-0. Seton Hall 1-0 in conference play, and Butler's done a really good job limiting Shadeen Samuels, the leading scorer for the Pirates.
And they've taken care of the basketball, have the Bulldogs. They've not allowed this pressure to speed up the pace as they break it there. And that's really going to be the key, the final 4:40. Can the Dogs maintain tempo and close their first home Big East victory out this season?
Dory Schickel wheeling around in the post, floats it up, missed it, and a rebound ripped down by Samuels. In the corner for 3. Butina off the mark. Samuels gives the Pirates another opportunity. Healy off the mark. And a whistle called on the loose ball. Well, the Pirates getting some open looks.
Really are. They've moved the basketball well, has Seton Hall. Just have not been able to connect. Again, Mark, this is a team. They shoot around 36% from behind the arc as a team. They make close to just under 10 threes per game tonight, though. Just 5 of 31.
Weaver hits the first free throw. 5-point lead for Butler, and 0 of 6 here in the fourth quarter when they've needed them the most.
Now, we have said they've closed quarters much better than they've started them. They're going to have to start closing here now, under 5 minutes to play, if they're going to get a road victory in Big East play.
Over a 3-minute scoring drought right now for the Pirates. Hilaire loses the handle. Bry hits the deck to save it. But Hilaire underneath. Samuels and one. Count the buckets. That'll stop the scoring drought, Nick.
Well, you can see the discrepancy here. Kurt Golevsky and the Butler players were wondering why the shot clock reset after that scramble. It was motioned by the official to reset the shot clock. I'm not sure it even would have mattered with as quickly as Seton Hall got the basketball to Samuels, but as you said, she's been quiet up until this point in the game.
One possession game, 57-54. Under 4 minutes. Schickel lost it for a second, then gets it over to Jennings. Boy, the seniors have been terrific. Schickel, 17 points, 10 rebounds. Jennings, 14 points in 34 minutes. Here's Weaver. Little too long. Bry tiptoeing, saves it. It is off of Hilaire.
Butler basketball.
Bry's another one of those players, even less so than Strong or Spolier. Offensively, that is, but she really fills in and does a lot of the dirty work. She has kept so many basketballs alive just by her energy and effort, especially after misses.
3:20 left. Spolier over Butina, who almost had the takeaway. Schickel into Weaver. Bounce pass on the baseline. Bry can't convert. And it's snatched up by Elmore. Jimenez back to Elmore. 3 minutes left. Butler with a 3-point lead. Hilaire. Good. 1-point game. Timeout called Seton Hall.
Timeout called by Seton Hall. Butler 57.
The Pirates have been scrappy.
They sure have, and Hilaire has been a big factor in their scrappiness. She's been in the paint all day, a lot of times setting up teammates. That time a nice hesitation dribble, looking to set up a teammate. Defender falls and she buries the mid-range jumper.
Kayla Hilaire comes in averaging 7.5 points and almost 5 assists off the bench. 10 points, 6 assists. He has been tremendous. On the flip side for Butler, you've got to be able to withstand the pressure that Seton Hall has picked up, the tempo at which they like to play with. And Samuels has really picked up her game.
She has, and you're right, the Seton Hall pressure has picked up. Samuels has come on here in this fourth quarter, and it's been a story of closing of quarters by the Pirates. That's why they've been able to, again, if you would have just watched this game without a scoreboard and just kind of seeing it look like who's playing their pace, who's playing their game, it's looked like it's been the Butler Bulldogs for the better part. But at the end of each quarter, Seton Hall's been able to get some stops. They've been able to get some turnovers, make some shots, and even things up. Maybe just a bucket or two here and there, but it has added up over time. And now you've got a 1-point basketball game, 2:55 to play, and it's up for grabs. Really got to expect the Butler Bulldogs to try to run things through Tori Schickel. Now, the Seton Hall zone has done a good job of not allowing Butler to get into their offense, and specifically to get it into Tori Schickel as easily. Whereas in the first part of this game, you saw them able to post her up to get her the basketball, get her clean looks, and then in turn, they were able to free some of their shooters, especially Whitney Jennings along that perimeter.
Butler has not had a field goal in the last 3:25. Each quarter, as you pointed out, has really been close. If you're just joining us, Seton Hall led by 1 at the end of the first. Butler led by 3 at the end of the second. And then Seton Hall had a great storming back at the end of the third quarter. Keep it a 1-possession game. Bulldogs now leading by the slimmest of margins with 2:55 remaining out of a called timeout by Coach Pizzella and the Pirates. Butler 7-0 at home this season, 12-1 and 2-0 to start conference play, which is the best since 1981. And you can see that just with the scoring totals as we near the end of the fourth quarter, Butler has controlled that style, limiting opponents in the 50s. 8th best scoring defense in the country. But Seton Hall been able to hang in there. Now that pressure picking up. The Pirates are swarming. They've gone down to Schickel, trying to get her the ball in every possession. Now the shot clock at 7. It's Jennings with it. 4 to shoot. Schickel backing down. Weaver heaves it up. Schickel keeps it alive.
Good heads-up play by Michelle Weaver just to get that ball on the rim mark and avoid a shot clock violation. And now that zone is really extended by the Pirates guards, looking to be aggressive. Should open up some space in the middle.
Offensive foul against Tori Schickel, and the Pirates will have it down 1.
Let's see the replay here. They get it, a little zipper cut. Well, that's a tough call. One that you could see that one going either way. Looks like the officials are going to take a look at something here again. That's just a tough call. Looked like the defender could have been moving a little bit as Schickel tried to go baseline. It's a big play, though.
Take another look at this one, Nick. And so the officials coming over and talking to us. What'd you hear, Nick?
They're going to see if there's an unobserved flagrant on that play. It didn't look like much to me. It looked like a common foul. So they're looking for something else. I don't know if it was previous to the initial foul call or what exactly they're looking at.
And there have been some points of clarification this year on these unsportsmanlike disqualifying fouls, and we'll see. It didn't look like there was anything on the screen.
No, it didn't.
That would add to.
Didn't look like there was any kind of elbow or anything up around, you know, above the shoulders, which is something they will always look at.
So Butler leads by 1, 57-56. In a closely contested game. The Bulldogs on a scoring drought that's lasted 2:07, Nick, and their last 5 from the floor. You've seen the pattern down to Schickel, allow her to then pass out of it as the Pirates converge.
And the Pirates have done a good job, Mark. They've extended that pressure a little bit, and what's happened is when Tori Schickel has been able to get the basketball, it's been too late in the shot clock where she's one-dimensional. She can't really kick out because there's not time for that, or it's been where she's caught the basketball out of her comfort zone, not in the spaces where she's used to operating.
As you see another look at what the officials are reviewing right now.
And then you can see they're replaying.
Seton Hall in their second game without Femi Funes, who tore her Achilles, the freshman, out for the rest of the year. Did it in practice, and she had a really strong season. 7 points, 4.5 rebounds, top 5 in Big East rookies in points, rebounds, and blocks. And looks like after the win against St. John's and the challenge they're putting up against Butler, who's as good of a team as there is in the conference right now, along with Marquette, DePaul, but 17th nationally in RPI. And Coach Pizzella has really tinkered with those pieces to be able to match what the Bulldogs are bringing forward today.
And they've gone through some growing pains of the Pirates with this new system. And there have been some times where, as Coach Pizzella self-admitted says, it's been ugly. There'll be some ugly quarters, but and there you see the replay just as was way earlier in the play. But as Schickel went across the paint, just got a little aggressive. Did Elmore as she came across. They finally found it. We'll see if there's any ruling on it. They finally come to some. They're going to get the coaches together here at midcourt and talk things through.
57-56, Butler leading Seton Hall with 2:07 remaining.
Well, and you see the look at Elmore. She's coming across, just a little forearm check to Schickel. It looks like it's going to be nothing.
And with 2:07 remaining, we're going to get the official verdict on that. And there has been that emphasis on those unsportsmanlike
just
fouls.
Incidental contact, nothing unsportsmanlike. So we play on here after the delay. Should be a fun finish. 2 minutes to go at Hinkle.
Here we go. Elmore thought about the three, instead drives in against Schickel. Back out. Jimenez, no. Tipped out by Samuels. Boy, Samuels so active down the stretch. $1:47 left. Butler leading by 1. Shot clock at 15. Hilaire calmly walks it forward. Drives against Boyer. And it drops in. Count it, and the foul.
It's good for number 1, Kayla Hilaire.
Hilaire once again driving left, gets a ball screen, little hesitation around the elbow, is finally able to get around Spoiler. Tough angle too to take that arm, put it high off the window and in. Seton Hall's best guard continuing to play that way late.
Pirates take the lead. Hilaire adds one more. 59-57. The Pirates have tied their largest lead in this game with 90 seconds left. And Seton Hall has only led for 55 seconds. Here we are with 1:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Schickel back out to Weaver and a foul call. Against the Pirates on Elmore. 3 on Elmore. And Schickel will go to the line. How about this one? Seton Hall on an 8-0 run over the last 2:34. It's coincided with a scoring drought for the Bulldogs where they're 0 of 5 from the field. Schickel knocks in the first. A chance to tie it on this free throw. Kat Strong comes in.
Yeah, I was wondering when or if Kat was going to re-enter the game for Coach Godlewski. She's another Bulldog in double figures. Bry had played so well that he was able to keep her out there, but they'll bring Kat Strong back in as Schickel knocks it in. We're all tied.
59-59. 1:10 remaining. Hilaire weaving through, back out. Hilaire for 3, no. Tapped out, and Butina's got it. Less than a minute remaining. Coach Pizzella wants a timeout. He's going to talk things over. A 30-second timeout. We will step aside. 59-59, Butler and Seton Hall.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family!
One voice, one heart, one beat. As we say, we are one. You ready? Let's go.
This is who we are.
We are the hardest working group of people I've ever met in my entire life.
This is bigger than just the game.
You made the jersey better than when you found it. That means you left your mark.
That's the Big East way.
1, 2, 3.
Together!
The 2019 Big East Women's Basketball Tournament at Wintrust Arena.
We aren't just dreamers.
Seton Hall with the ball, 59-59 here in the fourth quarter. 50 seconds left. The Pirates have scrapped and clawed their way back into this one. Underneath, off the mark, Sanders tried to save it on the miss from Elmore. And we've got a timeout called by the Bulldogs. They've got 3 timeouts left after this one. Here's Elmore trying to go against Schickel.
Kat Strong came over there to try and poke it away and may have just thrown off the rhythm there of Elmore as she spun towards the baseline to shoot it. Kurt Godlewski took that timeout prior to the pass, so they should be able to advance the basketball. I believe that was whistled after the rebound, but prior to the pass.
And this is what we talked to Coach Godlewski. In a 59-59 game with 41 seconds left, your team has shown through the first 2 conference games on the road, been strong in the 4th quarter. This is where you rely on your seniors.
That experience, not only as players individually, but together, right? This has been this, the same core group really for 3 years. 4 for some of them. 5 for some of them, actually, with Kurt Godlewski even. But now you've got to know how to close out and win games with your veteran group out there.
Here we go. 36 seconds left. Shot clock at 22. 59-59. Butler and Seton Hall, 2 unbeaten teams in conference play. 12 on the shot clock for Weaver. Spolier thought about a 3. Now it's Jennings. Shot clock at 6. She is fouled and will shoot. 2 at the line for the senior Whitney Jennings.
See the drive going to the, just a little too aggressive there. Uzenya Butina on the hip check. Whitney Jennings was trying to turn the corner. 2 shots here for the senior.
Jennings hits the first. Butler takes the lead.
She wasn't real confident in that one, though, was she? She had to
lean back,
walk that one in a little bit.
Butler 60, Seton Hall 59, 17.6 left. Butler's got 3 timeouts left. Seton Hall has 1. Jennings second, gives the Bulldogs a 2-point lead. Smiles on the Butler bench. And a timeout called.
Final timeout taken by Seton Hall.
So 17.6 left, Nick. What are you trying to get here?
Well, and again, they will be, my guess is, Hilaire has been extremely good. Left-handed driver coming off a ball screen going towards her left. Has been really successful for Seton Hall. I'd be surprised if that wasn't the action. And then, of course, you can get Samuels involved with her activity of late. They can shoot the 3. The problem is Seton Hall, they've got a bunch of people that can hurt you, right? They're fearless. All of the ladies out there can shoot it. They all have the freedom to shoot it. But I would expect Hilaire to have the basketball, and her decision-making, her ability to get inside the lane has been really good for the Pirates.
If you're just joining us, this has been a classic example of what it's like night in, night out in the Big East. Alongside Nick Gardner and our terrific Big East Digital Network crew, Mark Minner with you. 17.6 remaining here in the 4th quarter in Hinkle Fieldhouse. 2 free throws from Whitney Jennings gives the Bulldogs a 61-59 lead, and Jennings has 16 points.
Well, and as you can see, no timeouts remaining for Seton Hall, 3 remaining for the Butler Bulldogs. Seton Hall advances the basketball to their side of the floor.
Here we go. Hilaire, the leading scorer for the Pirates with 15, and Jennings quickly fouls her.
And 1 to give.
That is her 2nd team score.
Well, just 2 on Jennings. Butina now gets it into Hilaire. 10 seconds left. Seton Hall down by 2. Hilaire to the basket. It's blocked. Picked up on the deck by the Bulldogs. 3 seconds left and a foul is called.
Is it a foul or a timeout, Mark?
It looks like it.
How about the defense here? Shea Bry had come into the game, and she's the one who's able to stay with the ball handler, Hilaire.
Officials are conferring on that.
And still get her hands on it. Her versatility defensively has really been on display too, as Shea Bry. Her ability, Mark, to be able to switch out on those guards, keep them in front, and block the shot as you see there. And again, the officials were talking, I believe it was a timeout call.
They are going to give it. 30 seconds now.
Yeah, again, there was some question whether that was a foul or a timeout. After a little conference, the officials decided the timeout was given, so Butler will advance the basketball into the front court.
3 seconds left. What a game, Nick.
It's fitting, too, with the way Butler's season has started, Mark, that they needed to stop to get their first Big East victory here at Hinkle Fieldhouse. Their defense has been what's carried them to this point at 12-1 and 3 seconds away from going 13-1 and 3-0 in Big East play.
And Shea Bry, the junior, talked about that fifth wheel being so important. In addition to the leading scorers for the Bulldogs, and Schickel, Jennings, Weaver, Pat Strong, and Bry coming up big. 3 seconds left. Weaver will be the inbounder with 3 seconds left and a 2-point lead. Butler trying to improve to 3-0 in conference play. Weaver looking to get it in. They've got a timeout. They have two, and Weaver uses one of them. You get to see what Seton Hall does when they come out. Coach
Denying
Pizzella
all over. They're really looking to deny all over. Got to try and come up with something. No timeouts left again for the Pirates. So if they are able to get a steal, that's why, if nothing else, right, if you're a Kurt Godlewski, you're telling your squad, put it towards our goal. You know, if you're in trouble, if it's an ill-advised pass or a sketchy pass that you're not certain of, put it towards the goal we're shooting at, because they still have to go all the other way in 3 seconds.
To get it into Jennings with 2 seconds left, and she is fouled. So Whitney Jennings, the senior, will go right back to the line. 61-59, Butler leads Seton Hall. 2 big free throws for Butler's leading scorer. Jennings, first one, no good. Keeps this in a one-possession game. Jennings will get it back. Bulldogs will drop back defensively. 2 seconds left. Butler with a 2-point lead, and Jennings with one more. Seton Hall does not have a timeout. Free throw good. 3-point lead for Butler. Elmore gets it into Hilaire. Up the floor, Jimenez, did she get it off? It doesn't matter. The Bulldogs are 3-0 to start conference play. 62-59. Butler is now 13-1 this season. This magical start continues.
And I just think, Mark, the veteran experience and leadership for Kurt Godlewski's team has shown, especially in Big East play, their ability to close out games. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't pretty at times, but the Butler Bulldogs found a way to stay undefeated in Big East play.
Kurt Godlewski and those Bulldogs improved to 8-0 at home this season and 3-0 in conference play, 2 of those coming on the road. And Seton Hall, a team that Coach Pizzella said, younger, trying to build a new identity this season. Boy, they showed they hung in there against one of the best teams in the conference.
Well, they did it. And again, a team that, although they are youthful, although they haven't played as much together as the Butler Bulldogs, they were still able to withstand and overcome not their best play and hang around and hang around. I was really impressed with their ability to finish quarters and make this thing tight when you could tell they weren't playing their best game. It wasn't the tempo they're used to playing at, but they were able to scratch and claw and put some things together just enough to make it interesting late.
Tori Schickel, a double-double, 19 and 11. Jennings with 17, and Kat Strong with a double-double of 11 and 10. What a fun evening of hoops inside Hinkle Fieldhouse. Every time the Bulldogs got a lead, the Pirates found a way to claw back. Hilaire, an epic performance, 15 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, 5 of 9 from the field, and really took over late in this game. But the Bulldogs walk away with a 62-59 win to improve to 13-1 this season, 3-0 in the Big East. For Nick Gardner and our Big East Digital Network crew, Mark Minner signing off from Hinkle Fieldhouse.